Well, hello folks now, and welcome to another episode of the Pyrate Round. I be Captain Skultopus here, and this be my shipmate, the Scarlet Raven. So, you'll notice that there be a bit of a battle going on right here. And this battle here be between some ships, and it looks like there's two pirate ships.
And a Spanish ship.
And a Spanish galleon. They're trying to take the booty of it. And that's be kind of the golden age of piracy we're looking at. And so that many of the things about history that we love so much. So what's with it, Bill G? We can't start an episode without Bill G telling us
It's
that
time for
it's
some
time for
rum.
some rum. So we'll pour out a bit of the Jamaican Mountain Red, poured from the cursed crystal skull, made from the skull of a necromancer, and we'll pour it out like that, so to speak. And there you go. And we say to you now, thank you so much for joining. What's with the rats now? Quit it. You've got your own barrel.
Drinking on my rum again.
They say they're intelligent, so they know good things when they see it. Put him back on his barrel. There. Now, stay there, Bill G. So, folks, here we are doing an episode of the Pirate Round, and he drank all your rum. Well,
Most of it.
well, that's what he is. He's a rum rat.
Rat germs.
Here you go. A rat's mouth is actually cleaner than most pirates' mouth.
Probably.
Probably. So here you go. Thank you. You're hard.
You're hot.
Oh, bites like a snake in the jungle. Now, Scarlet Raven, you said that we had something that we were going to do today on the round.
Yes.
And you'd found something.
We are going to
You
visit
looked close.
the city of El Dorado.
Oh, El Dorado, the mythical city made of gold.
Right. And in his case, gold is
Rum.
rum.
Look
Rum.
at that bottle.
Rum. Give us some rum.
Give us some rum.
Rum.
Ahoy.
Rum. Ahoy.
Now, folks, when they talk about the classic bottles, that's a classic bottle.
Move out of the way so they can see.
Yes,
Classic
so
bottle.
the thing is when you're on a ship and it be in rough seas and you'd be doing this, you don't want your bottle tipping over and splashing and spilling all the rum. That's why these bottles were heavy on the bottom and light on top. So that is the
And
ship.
they have a
They had a shape like that, so when they were splashing about on the ship,
concave.
they may slide around a bit, but they weren't going to tip over and spill its precious contents anywhere.
This one's not that concave.
It's good
But at
enough
least
for
it's
me.
not convex.
No,
What's the difference? Concave, convex?
I don't
Concave. It's like you're going into a cave.
know. Oh, convex is like you've been vexed by the pox.
Doesn't
Yes.
make sense. No.
Okay, so Special Reserve El Dorado, aged 15 years. Let me get my glass out here.
He's all saying glass.
Yeah, there we go. Finest Demerara Ron Room. Well, you know it's good when the room is spelled with an H. Rahum. Vero Pendante, 15 years. So Distillers Limited, Guyana. Oh, that's right, this is from Guyana. Product of Guyana. Richly crafted rums for over 300 years. And that's what they used to call Rumbolian back in the old days. I think we did an episode about that, about how rum came to be with Captain Turner a long time ago. We're going to have Captain Turner back, and we'll do another history of rum. Captain Turner, of course, is quite knowledgeable about all things nautical and piratical and rummy stuffies, and we're going to have him back as soon as we can, and we'll do a whole long episode about the history of rums. And I hope you'll tune in for that when we do it. Don't you think that's a good idea, Scarlet
Great
Raven?
idea. I miss Captain Turner.
I do
seen him
too.
in a long time.
I agree. Here we go. El Dorado, aged 15 years. The Demerara region was established a reputation over the last 300 years for producing the best rums in the world. This rum has been laid down in oak barrels for at least 15 years, then artfully blended for you to savor and enjoy. Full nose, packed with dark coffee, candied oranges, almonds, dark chocolate, peppers, and rich vanilla. Ooh, man, I don't know. So, folks, El Dorado. We've had other El Dorado rums on the show, and this is the 15 year. I remember this was quite the coin to get. Not very common. So, I think we tried to divide the rums up into three kind of parts. Well, four parts really. Mixers, sipping rums with friends, special rums that you enjoy by yourselves, and a paint thinner. We've had quite a few paint... Stop it, Bilgy! We've had quite a few paint thinner rums. We've had quite a few mixers.
Look, he just went off.
Well, I don't know what to say.
I better apologize to him. I'll be right back.
So, and we've had quite a few rums that you would share with your friends. And we've had some that are so good you want to keep to yourself. So, we don't know quite what this rum's going to be until we flavor. What the? Give me that rat. Okay.
It's attacking me.
I know. Shh. He wants his rum.
He hasn't had rum in a long time.
Yes.
And now he's getting upset because he's finally getting rum and he's going nuts on it.
Okay, Bill G. We're going to have some rum here now. Okay. We're going to pour this. Scarlet Raven's going to pour us out. Oh, is it a cork? Cork. Oh, look at that.
That's a treasure in itself.
Oh boy, that's got a smell. Here you go. Bill G likes that. All right, so pour us out a little. When in need, drink rum. There you go.
Come here, Bill. Get your rum. Drink it all up, so I don't get you.
Oh, that's dark now. That's not like the others that have been quite light. That's very dark.
Got his Dorado rum.
Very dark and coppery. Quite a rich looking dark brown flavor. Very auburn.
It's got a very nice dark.
Yeah. Almost like a peat like whiskey look to it, but still very clear. And that's the thing about rum, of course, is
It's got such a great smell.
good color.
It's got a little bit of that woody, but I can smell the vanillas and the spices in there.
Yeah, very woody, but there's an undercurrent of spice. What I smell most, Scarlet Raven, is that pepper.
Yeah,
Can you smell that in there?
I can. A little bit of pepper.
There's like a black pepper in there. Not unholy uninvited, certainly. It's going to depend about how the flavor goes, I think.
Yeah. Let's see what I can find about it. Just checking my books over here.
Checking the looking glass there.
Right.
Well, while you're doing that, let's have us a sip.
Yeah, so it says, from what I'm seeing in my manual here, a full nose pack with a dark coffee, candied orange, almond, dark chocolate, pepper, and rich vanilla. We'll see. We'll see if it has all that.
Okay. Your heart.
Your heart. Now swishing it around, I get the tingle in the tongue. It doesn't last long.
No, but the throat burn is a little more intense. I don't get it much off the tongue and the palate, but I get a little more off the throat.
I definitely get that woodiness to the back of the throat.
I don't get so much of the woody, but what I get there is definitely the spices, and I taste that coffee.
So I really can't... Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
As it lingers.
There's that linger of the coffee there.
Yeah, in the very back. And it's almost got that coffee back of the throat taste to it.
Yep.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but I know what coffee tastes like.
No. It's
But the
wood.
burn does not last.
No. It's woody, but the wood is very mellow. I know it's aged in oak, but I don't taste the oak so much as just a plain sort of wood in a little bit there.
When I'm not swishing it, I don't get as much burn on the tongue. I get a little bit more in the back of the throat.
What is that other flavor?
The hint of vanilla is there.
Yar? Orange peel, maybe? Coffee.
Definitely got the coffee. I don't taste so much the orange peel. Maybe a little bit of citrus, but it's not a citrus like taking a bite out of an orange slice.
There's the dark chocolate. Yes, there's the dark chocolate. It comes up on your palate.
It's very light.
Very light, but you can taste it. I wondered what that was, and it's that slight bitterness of the dark chocolate. Now it did say dark chocolate,
Yes.
didn't it? Let me double check that. I think it said that. Yes. Dark chocolate and almond. I don't get the almonds too much. Rich vanilla, not so much. Not so much vanilla. There is a smoothness that could be the vanilla. Candied oranges, dark coffee, yes. Dark chocolate, yes. And a little bit of pepper. So, boy, that's rich. That's an amazing flavor. I don't really know what to say about that. How good that is.
It's a good rum.
Boy, that's a good rum. Smooth too. There's a little bit of burn on the throat. It vanishes from your palate almost immediately, but you get a little bit back here.
And you get the dryness. You don't get...
Yes, it's very dry. It's very dry.
It's good. It's a good rum.
Nice dark rum. Yeah, there's the coffee and the chocolate. I still smell that pepper, but I don't taste it so much. Boy, that's complex. That's very complex.
It's a good rum, though.
That's a good rum. It warms you up good down here. That's a good rum for fireside sipping on a cool evening.
No wonder Bills you wanted.
Yeah, he's a connoisseur. Boy, that's a good rum, folks.
That's tasty. 40% alcohol by volume. So it makes it a smoother rum, not overly warm.
Yeah, it's not
Just
too
right
hot.
on the edge of it. Now this rum runs about $50 to $60 a bottle.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Now, those of you who know rums, you know that the better rums are pricey. And they're pricey for a reason. A lot of them are imported. They don't come from Tennessee. They come from their islands out in the Caribbean. And a lot of them are blended by the taste master. In the Scottish place where they pride themselves on making whiskies that are pure and unblended, and all they have them is essentially water and wheat and did you hear the call of the kraken?
I think I heard it back on.
No wonder the rats are anxious. Okay, never mind. The roll of the kraken. So, okay. The rum blending master then blends the flavors together to create a unique flavor, and that's you don't want a single rum. You don't want an unblended rum because that's essentially paint thinner. What you want is a blended rum that's got the flavors in it, and that's why rum is so unique, because it has all the flavors. So, in this one, my goodness, it's a complex flavored rum, but what a good sipper! Yes.
Good sipper.
Now,
That's a good sharing sipper rum.
that's a good sharing sipper rum. How many cannon blasts would you give it?
Well, once again, 3.5 to 4. You know, it's
Excuse me.
It's more complex than the English Harbor that we just recently did. But it's I don't know. I think it may be a little bit smoother, but a little bit heavier too in its own way. I mean, it doesn't linger.
No, it doesn't linger. The English Harbor was a very light rum, and it was more of a rum without the spices in it so much.
Yeah.
This has got a lot of back spicing, particularly if you like the darker kind of rums with the chocolate and the coffee. You're going to like this. Again, the smoothness as it first touches your palate, so smooth, goes down a little hot, and then you can feel it. But I thought it lingered a bit, but not overly lingered.
The lingering is the bitterness in the back of the throat, which is the coffee and dark chocolate.
Yes, and it's a very dry rum too. Not very sweet, very dry. And people complain, "Oh, I hate rum because it's so sweet." It's like, well, there's not a lot of sweetness in this rum.
No. It's a good rum.
Yeah, I would have to give, again, I'd have to give it four to, well, my all-time favorite, of course, if you know me, is Kirk and Sweeney 23. That is my 4.5 Cannon Blast rum. It's difficult to beat a Kirk and Sweeney. However, I would give this 4 cannon blasts. And the reason I would is because of its complex flavor.
That's fair. It's a good rum. I think we've had the other Eldorados. We might have reviewed them. I have to look way back.
We have.
And I don't think they're quite as complex as this. I think they're like 5 and 12 a year that we might have had. This is the first 15 that we tried. It's good.
It is. And the thing about the other Eldorados, I remember them being is all high quality.
They are.
They're a very high quality rum. You can't go too wrong if you purchase a bottle of Eldorado. They're just a well-made rum, and I think they're small batch made too. There's just not a lot of them out there. So if you can find them, you're lucky. And if I saw one on a shelf, I would probably pull it down, purchase it, take it home, and pour it out and share it with those you love and care for. So, folks, we're going to leave you now with a toast of the Jamaican Mountain Red, poured out of the cursed crystal skull bottle, Skull of a Necromancer. And our episode now is Eldorado Rum, 15 year. It's got a nice ship. It's got a ship on the bottle.
That's a nice ship.
You don't see if it's a pirate ship or not. It looks like a galleon. So, if it's got a ship on the bottle, it's got to be good.
Eldorado. Now, what was Eldorado?
Well, Eldorado was the fabled city of gold that people chased throughout South America.
And into North America.
And into North America, too. They believed that El Dorado was this place where the natives have told the Spanish, who are so greedy for gold, that, you've got to go on to the city of El Dorado, high in the mountains, where the streets are paved with gold, and the maidens bathe themselves every morning in gold dust, and that sort of thing. And of course, the natives told the Spanish that to get them out of their village so they would stop murdering all the people in the village. And they would say, Senor, go farther. Look for El Dorado over the hills, far away from us. Knowing, of course, that the Spanish were very unlikely to come back.
Now, there was a great episode this year on Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates about El Dorado this past season.
Yes, they were
It was a very good episode.
They actually thought they had come to the place of the mythical El Dorado, and it was a lake and a settlement around a lake where people had thrown gold into the lake.
And they'd filled it up.
And they'd filled it with
the
gold.
The natives had filled the lake up.
And I remember when they dived, what did they find?
They actually found gold.
They did find gold, I think,
right
at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they found where the Spanish had tried to dig to drain out the lake.
Oh, that's true. They had found an earthworks where they had tried to carve through the walls and drain the lake out. It's a fascinating episode in Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates, where he talks about the search for El Dorado. It's kind of all the Josh Gates stuff is kind of hammy, but there's always a bit of history to them too, and they're very exciting. And I would recommend you watching them just because, they're fun to watch.
And you might learn something about history.
And
pirate history. Even.
Pirate history even.
Or Spanish history.
Or the history of the New World.
Right.
So, all right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Pirate Round. I be Captain Skultopus here. This be the Scarlet Raven. And we want to leave you with this. The times are tough now. Things are tough for us, but persevere. Stick through it. Find your courage. And don't let anyone grind you under their boot heels. You be a pirate. You don't have to take shite from anybody. And we say to you now, thanks for watching this episode.
Right, the waves can be high, but we can weather them.
We can weather them.
If we take them right.
Yar har.
Yar hard. Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.